Hi everybody. So we're giving this whole dual camera thing a try today, so hopefully it works out really well. And I don't have the piles made yet, which is something kind of new too. So I'm gonna talk while I do that. And some of the cards I'm going to use, I have a couple different decks I'm using today, and a couple of them are literally just messages. So, and then I'll get anything that's intuitive that comes in, I'll share that as well. So what I want to do is just remind you that these messages are just general messages. They may apply, they may not. Some of it, bits and pieces might, some bits and pieces might not. If it doesn't feel right, then let it go. Don't force anything. Don't try to make it fit. Yeah, just if it fits, great. If it doesn't, then maybe this just wasn't your reading this time around. So that's a really important thing to know, especially if you're new to watching readings on social media like this. So, and these are just general readings. So if you are interested in having a more personalized reading towards you and your actual you know, situation and what's going on in your life right now, you can reach out to me. And I do have different options available for readings. So as little as just, you know, a card. If you just feel like, hey, Kristen, I'm in my head today, I just need a card to help me, you know, kind of focus, regroup, whatever. Very kind of similar to what I do with my shorts or my TikToks or social media or whatever. I do these 60-minute sessions. So I could easily, if you just feel like you need it that day, it's $3.33, and I just send you a picture of the card, and then I will give you my interpretation, but I won't use the timer, so it's not like a 60-second thing. It's just when I feel the message has been delivered. So, okay, so I'm just gonna shake this up a little bit here. I'm gonna do 3 from the tarot deck, and then a couple of different oracle cards here. Okay, so we have 3 different decks, and should you choose pile number 2 or pile number 3, please go down to the description box. Okay, I am going to take the time to put the timestamps in with links so that you don't have to watch the whole video and listen to your reading. So please go down to the description box. There's always lots of really valuable information in there. I put the information about the decks I use, where you can find them. I am an affiliate for Amazon, so those links do come back in come back for me positively. So that will be down there, but the time links, most importantly, those are down there. So if you choose a pile, I don't want you to have to watch everything to get to your pile. Please know that it should be down there in the description box. And if the links don't work, please let me know. So, all right, so we have pile number 1. We're going to make this turquoise here. Pile number 1 is the turquoise. Pile number 2 is going to be this Petersite. I don't know what camera would pick it up better. Who that one does. Okay. Pile number 2 is this Petersite. And pile number 3 is going to be this sunstone here. So take a moment, pause if you'd like to, and really think about what pile or stone is pulling you in most. And I just want to also just say thank you for watching, because if you go to your pile, then you may not hear that. So pause your video for a moment and take a moment to think about which pile speaks to you most, or your eye is being drawn to most, and then I will go ahead and start the reading. Okay, so I'm going to move pile number 3 and pile number 2 out of the way. Pile number 1, which is this turquoise here. So I'm going to arrange the cards first. Oracle cards might just be a very straightforward message unless something else comes in for me while I'm looking at the cards. I don't typically read reversals unless I have a very strong feeling that I'm supposed to. So if you see me flip cards around, that is why. Okay. So, wow, pile number 1. Positive place we're heading, but you've definitely been in this place of being contemplative, really working through some very deep and dark thoughts. When I say the word dark, I don't necessarily mean like evil, just I feel like you've been working through some maybe your shadows, your darker sides of yourself. You've been really into like a lot of reflection. This is good. You're finding the light towards the end of this work that you've been doing. I'm going to go ahead to the oracle cards first. The giraffe, rise above earthly matters. So that right there tells me that you are in there really deep, but you're coming above and going above typically what the general public and the general collective is kind of like going through the motions of the day-to-day life. You're starting to actually question your purpose and work through some of those darker aspects of yourself, those the shadows of yourself. And what's going to happen is you're going to rise above. And I love this right here. I'm going to go back to the giraffe, but this card right here, she's reaching, and it's such a color, it's such a card of light. And the affirmation that goes along with this card is, I am the creator of my own dreams and achieve them with confidence. So this what you're working through right now is getting you to the other side of that. So that's an affirmation. I would actually consider writing that down and going back to it. I am the creator of my own dreams and achieve them with confidence. So you're really pulling in that solar plexus space in your body, and you're pulling in all the power there, and you're going forth, and you're going to shine everything, because you're coming through and overcoming everything that you've experienced, all of the pain and all of the feelings of perhaps not being good enough, not being worthy, fear of success, fear of abundance, fear of love, whatever those darker energies, heavier, denser energies and experience, like emotions that you've been feeling, you're working through them. You're becoming the giraffe, and you're coming out of those darker experiences so that you can shine and show the world who you are. So back to the giraffe, you are able to see the right path, stand tall in your self-worth, and love with a big heart. So that's gorgeous. And then the moon deck is advising you to rest. So proper rest helps me feel and look my best. So what you're going through, what you've been going through, and I feel like you already feel this, is quite, it's taking a toll on not just you physically, but energetically. You might be feeling really sluggish lately. And this is some heavy work that you're doing. So I feel that you should probably lean towards a more high vibrational foods and diet if you can, when you can. Drink lots of water, get lots of rest, get lots of fruits and vegetables in, maybe some fresh like squeezed juices or some smoothies, some salads, not necessarily at every single meal, but I would suggest maybe trying to integrate those in on a daily basis, getting some good rest, because what you've been going through and what you've been working through has been very, very heavy, and it's definitely taking it's just pulling your energy. It's draining you. So, but this is overall, it's a very positive reading. I feel whatever it has that you've been working through, you've been doing a really great job, and you're coming through it. You're coming through above, and you're going to shine. So that's the overall feeling that I get from this. So if you are, not to like throw like a plug in there for my own business, but if you feel like this really resonated with you and you're feeling stuck in this work, this is what I do also with energy healing. So feel free to reach out with me, and maybe we can do a little mini session or something, just to kind of help you work through more of this, if you feel like you need assistance. So, but look how free she is. Both of these two pictures right here. Doesn't matter if you're male or female. Both of these cards really show just how free and how carefree, and I feel like this is where you're heading. You're heading out of this, and you're heading into this. So regardless of how the cards lay, this is just intuitively, this is what I'm picking up on. So yes, so that is pile number 1. Please let me know what you think, and reach out to me if you have any other questions about it. If you want me to go a little further with the reading, I can do that as well. So just reach out to me, and we can go from there. So, okay, pile number 2 is the Petersite. I'll just set our little stone there. So with pile, I think I mentioned this in pile number 1 as I was setting cards down, kind of get an overall feel. With the oracle cards, I just read them and see like where the message fits in with the tarot that I read. I don't read reversals typically, so that's why I'm flipping the cards over unless I get this really strong sensation that I have to read the reversal. Typically I don't. So okay, so we have dog friend. Today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and a friend. I move easily and confidently throughout the changes of my life. With focus and intention, I can shape energy in any direction. Okay. So there is I don't feel like this is necessarily going to be like a life-shifting message here, but you're going through some change in some way, shape, or form. It's a natural evolution of change. Every single card here, in some way, these two specifically, or these 3, I should say, these 3 cards here are very, very blatantly putting it out there that there's some change happening. This is a destined change. Movement is taking place in your life, and you're working through this with focus and intention. I can shape energy in any direction. Move confidently. I move easily and confidently through the changes of my life. So this, I hate to bring it into like a love story because the lovers are so obviously sitting here. This could be a deep connection with a lover. This could be a deep connection with a friend, a family member. This could be a deep connection to yourself and your higher being and your inner guidance system. Okay. Regardless of what the connection is, who it's with, any of those I just listed, this is a loyal connection. This is a happy, loyal connection. You're not going through this change alone. Whatever this change is, whether it's like I said, it could be with a person, not necessarily romantic. Whoever it is, they are very emotionally stable. So that could be you reaching a point of being emotionally stable and being able to change direction with your inner being, and you're doing this with great ease. This is something that's happening very easy for you. And if it's not, what these cards are telling you is to really take a moment and focus where it is that you want to see this change go. Sit, journal, meditate, because you're going to head to a good place. This change is a good change. It's destined. You've already predetermined this change. So Spirit's giving you these affirmations right here in these cards. And if you don't catch them, I can probably write them down below once I do the description box. But I move easily and confidently through the changes of life. With focus and intention, I can shape my energy in any direction. This is you taking the reins of this change. This is you hold the reins. You have the steering wheel. You get your energy in line. I don't feel that it's necessarily out of line. Some of you may feel that way, but this change is something predetermined. It's destined. You may be feeling a little unsteady during this change. I don't feel like you're going through it alone though. Whatever it is that you're going through, it's a loyal friend, companion, romantic, non-romantic, friend, family member, or Spirit's saying, I'm here with you. I am here with you. Your inner guidance is here with you. Your inner self, your soul being, your inner essence is here with you. So tap into this energy here, this very stable, emotional, peaceful energy. This is a positive change. She's free. She's happy. She's carefree. She's standing on top of the wheel. She owns the wheel. You own the wheel. Male or female, doesn't matter what gender. You own this change and you're in control. The only thing that you need to do is get control of your energy. Just make sure that you're very, very conscious of your thoughts. And if you feel fear or negativity coming in surrounding whatever this change could be, then you go to this state of mind and you get control of your energy and your thoughts, and you clear, you wash it away. See how he's sitting in water? You allow anything that doesn't help you with this change float away in the water. Water's constantly moving. Energy's constantly moving. So anything that's not serving you, let it wash away. This just caught my eye too, is all of this right here in his chest, how the heart is just shining. So focus in on that heart space. Always go to the heart space and focus in on the energy that's in the heart space. Love and gratitude, selflessness into there, and any lower vibrational energies, any fear, anticipation, it's just gonna wash away. So this is home right here. So I know, like, this is a big card in tarot. This one isn't grabbing my attention as much. I just feel like whatever this change is, these two cards here are indicating that you're not going to be going through it alone. So whether it's a person physically here, whether it's someone in spirit, or your own strength within you. So that's what I have for pile number 2. If you'd like me to expand on this message, you're more than welcome to contact me, and I can go a little bit further with a few more cards. I can tap in, to your personal energy, and we can go a little further with that. So just reach out. Okay. Pile number 3 with the Sunstone. Okay, so pile number 3, what I am doing is I'm laying out the oracle cards with the brief messages on them or affirmations, and then looking at the tarot cards to get a general feel for what we have. And I lay the tarot cards in no specific order. So when I do readings, when I do tarot card readings, I don't always get the message that's traditionally in the cards. If you were to like open up the guidebook, I kind of just trust what's coming in and I say it. So, and since I've started doing that, so much has opened up for me. So I'm going with it. But what we have here is the humpback whale singer. Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal, aligned with your purpose and the power in your soul. It sounds like a song right there. I will not sing for you. You do not want to hear that. Meditation. I meditate daily to allow universal wisdom to flow through me. And I live each moment with a presence of gratitude. Okay. So this reading is really speaking to me in the sense of the healer in you. However you show up in the world as a healer. And that could be, maybe you actually do healing in some way. Maybe you are a creative mind and you create things with your hands, and those items go out and people feel healed when they look at your creations. But yeah, this to me feels like a healer, or I mean, this could be as much as, like, say you're in nursing, that's a healer. That's counseling, therapy, even it's customer service is a healer in some ways. If you are in a customer service and you enjoy the interaction with customers, they get something from you when you interact with them. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. But what I'm getting, like the story that I'm getting, is that you've been in a very guarded place lately. You're standing your ground. You've been very guarded. Perhaps there was a situation that actually took place that put you in this position of feeling guarded, and you're kind of watchful. So you're watching what's going on around you on your own time. You're kind of in your head and contemplating on decisions. I actually feel like there's a decision that you're trying to work through right now. Maybe it's how to go forward. And what I'm getting is that there's a lot here about meditating and connecting to your heart space and living in the moment of gratitude. So that's what she's kind of doing here, is she's in contemplation. This could be meditation. Meditation looks different to everybody. It doesn't necessarily always have to be the stereotypical sitting on cross-legged in lotus position on a meditation cushion in robes, completely still. Doesn't necessarily have to be like that. Meditation could very easily be sitting and staring off into space and focusing on, your breath work. This particular person makes me think, though, that you have been in your head a lot. So clear the mind. That's not an easy thing to do always, especially if you have a lot on your mind. I feel like you're contemplating where to go forward. You know that something needs to change. So how do we move forward? And the cards are very obviously saying to go into meditation. And I'm a huge advocate of meditation anyway, so that could be just coming from me as well. It's like one of my go-to advice to people when I'm working with my clients for energy healing: start a meditation practice. However that looks like to you, whether it's only 2 minutes a day, start a meditation practice. When you tune into that universal energy, try to get out of the headspace. And I'm going to actually, these two cards here, this is where you want to be. The energy that these two cards are depicting here. So this person, she's not thinking, she's not in her head. This doesn't necessarily mean that you're pregnant. It could, I suppose, if that's something that you're looking for. I feel more than likely that you're on the verge of birthing this new plan, this new magical plan, this new level of healing. You're rising up and you're kind of in your head about it right now. So we want to go to this space here where she's meditating. So she's focusing in on her connection to spirit. She's focusing in on her breath. She's not in her head. And that's so hard. It's not so hard because what it means is, or I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you don't already have a regular meditation practice, if meditation to you is intimidating, maybe that's something that you struggle with, maybe it isn't. When you're just starting out, I always advise people, don't be too hard on yourself. Don't have high expectations of your meditation practice. When you're very first starting out, just sit. Simply sit. Acknowledge that you might feel in your head. Acknowledge that this is what's going on. But then go to your breath. Touch. Put your hands on your belly. Feel the breath moving in and out of your belly as you're breathing. This will always center you. And if you can do that for 1 minute or 2 minutes, it's going to get you out of your head just long enough to release any resistance. It's going to get you there just long enough to release any resistance that you've been feeling, to get you to this next step. Because I feel like this is where you're heading. And this is a big healer card for me. It's the Magician. So the Magician is using all the elements at their disposal, creating magic. You can see it. I love this card. This is actually one of my absolute favorite cards in the deck. I just love the energy that's flowing through the hands here. And that was part of the reason why I felt like this card is meant for a creative or a healer, or someone who's putting their energy out and channeling healing energy, whether it's with their hands, whether it's with their service, whether it's with their creative things that they make. You're on the verge of birthing something new. You're very close, very, very close. I guess I'll try to wrap up this whole reading because I know I can be very chatty, but you're on the verge of birthing something new. So release the resistance, get out of your head, embrace this space of meditation and breath work, because you're birthing something absolutely magical. What's happening next is going to be absolutely magical for you. I'm not really exactly sure where the humpback whale fits in, so I'm just going to read that one more time out loud to you guys, and maybe something will click for somebody on that. Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose. and the power in your soul. Okay, so that pretty much just wraps the whole reading up for you. So I hope that this helped. I hope that you got a little something from it, and if you want me to expand a little more on the message, feel free to reach out to me. We can do that. And I can't remember what I said in my intro, so I'm gonna let it go for now, but I'm really grateful that you tuned into my reading today, and I hope that you all have a wonderful day, and the rest of your year is wonderful, successful, and you get to this place of birthing this new idea or magic within you. So, bye-bye.